Hello, welcome to this class designed to make us feel like a ray of sunshine and to welcome and enjoy the summer days. You might need a brick and a belt for this practice, so have this at hand. And you will start standing up, so find yourself comfortably standing with your feet about hip width apart, pressing the big toe, the little toe, the inner heel and the outer heel onto the floor. Allow the hands to relax, allow the knees to ever so slightly bend, and you may either close your eyes or bring your gaze down towards the floor. And let's here take a few breaths to notice how we feel in our body today. Notice perhaps which frame of mind you came to your mat with, accepting whatever frame of mind this is. Notice your breath in your body, entering and exiting. The rise and the fall, the expansion and the release of the air in your body as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Notice your body from the feet all the way to the crown of the head. Notice the areas that feel right, and as the case may be, the areas that feel not so right. Notice too if there is a side of your body that you lean towards a little bit more. If that's the case, why not release the weight from that side in order to balance it a little bit more evenly. You may be coming onto the back of the feet or the front. So you can slowly open your eyes, and then we'll start a little orbiting here. So come forward and out to the side and back behind you. Let's take a few of those circles, noticing the weight shifting from side to side, from back to front. Let's take the other direction here. As the weight shifts into our body, it's not dissimilar to our moods shifting throughout the day, throughout the seasons. And as we are in summer at the moment, you may notice that you're enjoying more of the sunshine or the longer days. Come back through towards the center, and here let's up onto the balls of the feet and then down onto the heels. Maybe you lift the toes, balls of the feet. Let's do this a couple more times, so find a little bit of movement and mobility in your ankles. Good. From this, you'll take the hands to the hips, the weight onto the right leg, lift the left leg, and then take some circles with the knee. I'd like you today to channel the sun, so circular shapes, radiation of the movements. Let's take this in the other direction. And release. Let's do this on the other side. So take the weight onto the left leg and then take those circles and then in the other direction. Release to the floor. Let's take the movement in the hip now by bringing the weight onto the right leg, lift the left leg, and you're going to extend the heel on or off the floor. So you could do this with heel to the floor for your balance, or you could do this off the floor. And again, you're going to take some circles. So you don't need to make them very big. And imagine that you are the sun rising and bringing its rays of sunshine to the earth. And then in the other direction. And release. Let's do this to the other side. Again, you extend the leg and you take those circles. And then in the other direction. Remember to take those as small or making them bigger as you go along as you wish. Let's release the legs down. Have the feet a little bit wider here. And allow those arms to be hanging down by the side of the body. And we all have a particular angle at which our hands are, depending on the rotation of the shoulders and the shape of our bodies. What we will all do here is mimic the rays of sunshine and the sunrise, in fact. As we inhale, you're going to turn the palms away from you and open them up so the shoulders roll back. Exhale, you turn them in so the thumbs go in and the palms go away to either side. Inhale again, lift, and this time bring a little bit more space between the hands and the hips. So you turn in. Again, inhale, and you might even start to feel this movement reaching your spine, reaching your chest. Let's do this. Opening up and releasing. And once you reach a level that is above the shoulders here, you can bring the arms up and over. Relaxing the shoulders. You're going to interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you in order to elongate your body. And then here we'll even wiggle from side to side to even get a little bit more length in the sides of the body again. And then you're going to walk your feet a little closer in, release the left arm out to the side of the body, come into your side bend here. Let's take one more breath. And then back up and through towards the center. Let's swap around. So you're going to release the right arm down, the left palm facing up towards the ceiling. And if you're outside, towards the sky or the sun. And take a couple breaths here. Come back through towards the center here. Take the legs a little bit wider again to about outer hip width, a good outer hip width. Bend the knees and then turn from side to side. So you're taking a little bit of a twist. In the spine, but also you're pivoting onto the foot that you're not going towards so that you can get more motion. And then coming back through towards the center, you're going to take the feet back. Let's inhale and lift the arms up, turn the palms away from you so you're opening and externally rotating. And then bend the elbows so the palms are facing towards you. You're going to inhale, open the chest, so cactus arms or goalkeeper arms, and you take the elbows back. As you exhale, you're going to round into the spine, bend the knee slightly, take one arm on top of the other as if you were hugging. Inhale, back, you're opening into the chest. Exhale, bend the knees around the spine, you take the other arm on top. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, round. Inhale, arms up, and then we'll complete with the other arm on top. Inhale, come back through towards the center, release the arms down and let them dangle here. For the next one, you may need to have your belt at hand, and you can allow it to be half length so it's not hanging everywhere. You've got the belt onto your right arm. Let's take the right arm out, the palm up, lift and bend at the elbow. Take the other arm towards the elbow to lift it up. Left arm, thumb down, internally rotates and then comes back to either holding the fingers or holding onto the belt, whichever one is there for you. And if you're nursing a little trouble into your shoulders, feel free to really have the hands as far away as one another, but try to have the elbow down and the elbow up again if that's comfortable for you. Let's release. Let go of the arms. Take the belt over to the other side. Arms out, left palm up towards the ceiling with the fingers, bend the elbow, the other arm help lift it. Right arm out, thumb down, internally rotates and then goes to reach towards your fingers towards the belt. Elbow up, elbow down. Take a few breaths here. Feel the hand or the belt against your thoracic spine, so directly behind your chest. Opening this part of the back, opening yourself up towards the sun. And then release the arms down, let them hang around a little bit. You can release the belt and place it to the side. From this here, we'll inhale and lift the arms up. As we exhale, we'll dive down. So you may bend the knees in order to reach the floor, or you may find a block or a brick here for support. And then with your knees bent, crown of the head down. If that's not comfortable for you, you're more than welcome to come to half a tabletop where the crown of the head will be forward and the hands will be either on the shins or on your brick. Let's have a little bit more stretch into the back of the leg here. So looking towards the right toes, you're going to lift the right toes and the ball of the foot. So you're on the right heel and you can feel maybe a little bit more stretch into the back of the leg. And then release the foot flat to the floor. And then from here, we're going to do the other side. So again, you lift the toes and the ball of the foot on the left foot so that you may find a stretch into the right leg. Onto the left leg even. And then release the foot flat to the floor. Now we'll do the other way. So actually you still with your left leg, you're going to lift the left heel. So that bends the left knee and that stretches more into the right leg. Let's release the left heel down to then lift the right heel. So we bend the right knee and we are gently releasing the back of the left leg. Does it feel gentle? In order for it to be a little softer, you need to maybe slightly bend the left knee if that's too much pushing into the back of the leg. Release the right heel down. Bend the knees, allow the belly to go towards the thighs. If that's agreeable for your back, you're going to bring yourself back up as if you were a string of pearl coming out of a jewelry box. So you're slowly and curling yourself back up vertebra by vertebra. Otherwise, you would have taken the hands to the shins, half a tabletop, and then lifted yourself all the way up in one go. Now that you find yourself at the top, having stretched into the back of the body a little bit more, we're going to turn those arms out, ray of sunshine like, bring the hands behind, interlace the fingers, bend the knees, lengthen the tailbone, so there's a pubic bone tilt, and then open up. Gaze back towards the front, straighten the knees, release the arms out to the side. From this, you may want to remove your brick and leave it towards the top of the mat as you may want to use it later on. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Take the right leg back and the right knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Tuck the back foot, take the front leg back into a down dog. You could stay into the hands and knees if you wanted to. Keep the knees bent, push the hands down into the floor, lengthen the spine.
You can now come up onto the toes, bring yourself forward into a plank or a half a plank, and then release yourself all the way down onto your front. Bring the forearms to the floor and look up. Hands to the side of the chest, tuck the toes, sit back into your heels. Bring yourself back into a down dog. Lift the right leg up towards the ceiling and then bring it forward. If you're struggling with this, there are several ways of working around it. I would refer you to another one of my videos, transitioning from down dog to lunge. So here we're coming into a low lunge. You can inhale and lift the arms. Then release the hands down to the floor. Step the back leg all the way to the front. Crown of the head down. Bend the knees. Sweep the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands in towards the chest. Let's do this to the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, releasing ourselves down. Left leg goes back. Left knee goes down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Tuck the back foot, the front leg goes back into a down dog. Up onto the toes, forward into a plank or a half a plank. Release yourself all the way down to the floor. Perhaps here you come into a sphinx with the forearms put to the floor, or a hovering cobra with the hands under the shoulders, lifting the chest. Then bring yourself back down into a down dog, perhaps through a little child's posture first. Once you're in your down dog, lift the left leg and then again bring it as far forward as you can in between the hands. Release the right knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Back leg steps to the front. Crown of the head down. Bend the knee, sweep the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands in towards the chest. Let's do this a couple more times. And this time taking some variations. So here you might have recognized our sun salutation. What more perfect way to welcome the summer or practice in the summer than with sun salutations? Let's inhale and lift the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward and down. This time as you take the right leg back, you may choose to keep the right foot flat to the floor. Either your back foot all the way down to the floor or you're up onto the ball of the foot to come into a lunge or a warrior one. So you inhale and you lift your arms. Exhale, release the hands down. Pivot onto the ball of the right foot. Take the front leg back into a down dog. Up onto the toes, forward into a plank or a half a plank, and then you release yourself all the way down to the floor. Again, choose the back bend of your choice, pressing the pubic bone down to release the forearms down, and maybe your hovering cobra or your upward facing dog if you know what this is. Hands down to the floor, tuck the toes, sit back into your heels, lift yourself back into the down dog. Lift the right leg, bring it all the way towards the front. Release the left knee down or not, so you could keep that left knee lifted and come into that warrior one or lunge. Release the hands down, the back leg steps to the front, crown of the head down, bend the knees, sweep the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands in towards the chest. Release the arms out. One more side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Left leg goes back. Again, you choose either onto the ball of the foot or outer edge of the back foot all the way down to the floor, or you could release the knee to the floor to come into high or low lunge or the warrior one. Release the hands down. The front leg goes back as you pivot onto the ball of the left foot and you release it back into your down dog. Up onto the toes, forward into a plank or a half a plank. Release yourself all the way down. Maybe you can even bring yourself into an upward facing dog, pressing those hands down, having the knees lifted. You've got reasonable amount of looseness in your hips. Then perhaps you sit back into your heels or you come straight back into a down dog. Left leg lifts and then comes forward. Decide where your right knee will go as you come into your high lunge or warrior one or low lunge. Hands down, back leg comes to the front, crown of the head down, bend the knee, sweep the floor, hands in towards the chest. Release the arms out to the side. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths, noticing the heart rate and noticing here the blood flow, the body releasing, the feet into the ground, the crown of the head up towards the sky and the sun. Let's face back towards the long end of the mat and come to having our legs wide. Here, left toes come in, right toes come out. Let's bend into the front knee to come into the warrior two stance. Importantly here, you want to have your feet suiting the rest because they're your base essentially. So again, big toe, little toe, inhale, outer heel. Your knees should always be in line with your toes. And the placement of your feet and toes should feel comfortable in relation to your hips as well. So you can inhale and lift the arms up. Gaze towards the middle finger of the right arm. And then you're going to gaze back towards the left arm and turn the thumb down and in, and then take it behind you to perhaps come towards the right side of the waistline. And then the right palm comes up towards the ceiling or the sky. Lift the arm, bend the elbow, release the hand towards the back of the neck. And then here we'll take a reverse warrior. So it's not entirely our carrot arms that we did at the beginning with the belt. Inhale, come back through towards the center, releasing those arms, hinge forward. Either release the right forearm to the thigh or maybe all the way down to the floor. You could have the left arm up or turn the palm in and then extend. Inhale, come all the way back towards the center. Hands to the hip, straighten the front leg, feet parallel, and we'll turn this to the other side. So right toes come in, left toes come out, bend into the front knee. Again, you may need to rearrange because your hips aren't necessarily exactly the same from one side to the other. So you have the big toe, little toe, inhale, outer heel, those feet turning in the way in relation to your knees and hips that feel completely comfortable. I've been saying recently that if you went somewhere and then ran out of chairs, instead of standing, if you fancied sitting, you should be able to sit into your hips here and have a conversation with a friend without even realizing that you're into your warrior two. Weird, I know, but that's the way I've been thinking about it. Inhale and lift the arms up to shoulder height. Gaze towards the middle finger of the front arm. Gaze towards the back arm. Thumb down on the back arm, so you internally rotate, and then you bring the arm perhaps to the waistline, and then the left palm turns up, over, or up towards the ceiling, and then the hands rest into the neck or the shoulder, and then we're going to take a reverse warrior. So we're going to bring the right side of the body towards the back of the room or the leg. Let's inhale back through towards the center, hinge forward, release the left forearm to the left thigh, or maybe all the way down to the floor. You may use your brick too. Right palm could be up. It could of course be down onto your hip if that's more comfortable for the shoulder, as long as we keep the opening into the chest. And then from here, you could also turn the palm in and then take it overhead into your side angle. Inhale, come all the way back. Hands to the hips, straighten the front leg, feet parallel. You can walk, you can step, you can jump your legs back together. And then find yourself into Tadasana, your mountain posture. Big toe, little toe, inner heel, outer heel. Relax the shoulders. Take a couple of breaths here to cement your mountain. So to really feel that evenness from the left side to the right side, that radiance from the chest and the crown of the head up towards the sun. And here to take a little bit of balancing. Perhaps you will find that having a wall at hand will be helpful. You're going to take the weight onto the right leg, lift the left leg, and then as you inhale and lift the arms up, you're going to exhale and turn towards the left, even taking the right hand to the outside of the left leg, the left hand behind you. Then you're going to inhale and bring the arms back up through towards the center. Open the knee out to the side into the warrior two. No, the tree, sorry. I'm muddled up. And then bring the arms forward. You're going to bring the left arm over the right arm. Perhaps you hug, perhaps you turn the palms away from one another. Perhaps you interlace the fingers. Bend that standing leg, the right leg, and then allow that left leg to go over and across, or perhaps the toes to the floor. Coming to your eagle here. And then release the arms, release the leg, and bring yourself back through towards the center. Again, feet parallel, take the weight onto the left leg. Inhale, come up onto or lift the right leg. Inhale, lift the arms up. As you exhale, you're going to turn towards the right side. So left arm towards the outside of the right leg, right hand onto the lower back. Inhale, turn the torso as you lift the arms up. And then you're going to allow the arms to go out and the foot to come into the leg for your tree. Push foot into the leg, leg into the foot. Then arms come forward, right arm comes over the left. Hug the shoulders, palms away from one another, or all come into your full eagle posture with the right hand or left hand hooking around the right thumb. Bend the left knee and take the right leg all the way around or to the floor if you're struggling with your balance as I am right now. Let's open the arms out, release the leg out to the side. From this, again, let's take a little twist. You coming from one side to the other, remembering to pivot onto that foot that you're not going towards. Come back to the center. Face toward the short end of your mat. Inhaling, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring yourself all the way down to the floor. Take the right leg back and then the left leg back. Keep those knees bent in order to lengthen the spine, and then release those heels down, gently allowing the thighs to open towards the back of the room as well into your down dog. Let's come up onto the toes. Bend the knees, and then from here you can walk, you can step, or you can jump towards the front. And then you may want to sit and release yourselves down onto your bottom to then bring the legs up into a variation of your Navasana, your boat posture. So you straighten the legs, you lift the chest. If this feels a little too intense, you could have the feet to the floor and just lift one leg after the other, or hold onto the back of the thighs, have the shins parallel and lift that chest. So choose what suits you best. Couple more breaths. And then cross the legs at the front. Come back into a comfortable seated posture. Find the length in your spine. From here, having your legs crossed, you're going to uncross them and extend the legs forward. Take the flesh away from underneath the buttocks. Bring the left foot to the floor. Bring the right foot to the floor. Right hand goes to reach towards the left ankle. Brings that foot towards the outside of the hip. So here, the knee is either on the floor, not too far from the floor, being supported. The right leg will come across here, foot flat to the floor. So both sitting bones are down. Crown of the head up towards the sun. Take the left arm over, or you can even take the elbow over towards the outside of the right leg. Right arm lifts and then comes behind you. Crown of the head up as you inhale. As you exhale, you may turn a little bit more. Bring the gaze back through towards the center. Unravel the spine to be facing towards the center. Take your hands back and let go of the legs. Extend them. Again, both feet flat. This time, left hand goes to reach towards the right ankle. Brings that leg towards the outside with the foot to the floor and the knee pointing forward. Take the other leg over and across with all of the toes down towards the floor. If this is really uncomfortable on your knee, you could also just extend that bottom leg. From here, Hardha Matsyendrasana, the half Lord of the Fish posture, we're going to turn or take the right elbow towards the outside of the left leg, palm up, and then we turn. So crown of the head up as you inhale. As you exhale, you twist. Twist, excellent for our digestive fire. So really bring the torsion, the twist into the body, helping the digestive system, helping our internal fire, just getting rid of what we do not need. And then bring the gaze back through towards the center. Spine comes back through towards the center. Hands to the side. You're going to extend the bottom leg, extend the top leg. Give those legs a little bit of a shake here. From here, you're all the way going to come down onto your mat. So feet flat. Shuffle your bottom towards your heels. Release yourself all the way down. And come into the constructive rest position, feet flat, knees up, staying here for a few breaths. And then bringing the right knee in towards the chest, the left knee in, bringing the hands behind the thighs so you can hug, release the lower back. Tuck the chin in towards the chest as you inhale. As you exhale, forehead towards the knees. Inhale all the way down. Exhale, forehead to knees. Inhale all the way down. Exhale, forehead to knees. Inhale all the way down with the head and with the feet. You may extend the legs one at a time to come into your full Shavasana, the palms away from the side of the body, the arms too, so that you have a little bit of air circulating around your body as you release yourself into your Shavasana.
And we come into the summer, or we are into the summer. So here, full halfway through the year, we can take a little bit of time, a few breaths, acknowledging what the first half of the year has been like. And then we come to what is right now of our year so far. Maybe we can also set an intention or two for our life, our yoga practice, for whatever we wish for the rest of the year. It's sort of a half-year checkpoint for resolutions, if you had any. Or if you now know what you would like to achieve. Take the next few breaths to have a little think about this. Whilst your body relaxes. And then bring a little bit of awakening in your body by wiggling the toes and the fingers, the ankles and the wrists. Bring the arms overhead, stretch the body. Inhale through the nose, exhale loudly through the mouth. Let's do this twice more. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. Once more. As you inhale, take the next breath, one knee in towards the chest. Exhale, the other knee in towards the chest. Rock from side to side. Roll yourself over onto one side. Stay there for a breath. Press your top hand up. Come back to a comfortable seated posture. Spine upright. Notice whether you are ready for the summer now. Inhale. Hands in towards the forehead for kind thoughts, to the lips for kind words, and to the heart for kind actions. Namaste.